Okay, folks, what I'm doing here is just giving you controlled flight. We went from Carnes Farm to where we're going to 1A6 Middlesbrough, which is an airport that I did. I'm trying to reply here, and I don't know why. It's not showing up. Oh, okay. And so let's see if we can get a that was my alarm to vape. Home live now. Let's get the URL for you. Copy link address. What happened? I was there. Oh, that's what happened. You dummy. I was trying to reply to him, and every time I reply, I get out of sync here by doing something else. Let's see. Alright, we should be over, actually we're not. What is it? Distance, 1.5 miles. Yeah, we're over Middlesbrough right now. We've got a beep, we got a message. What does that say? Approaching top of descent. Okay. That means we're at 4,000 feet. We should have started coming down a long time ago, which we will do right now and take ourselves off of autopilot. And for some reason my track IR is busted, so we'll come down a pretty good clip here. And we don't need this great big guy in the way. Alright, there's 1A6. I noticed in Google Earth that I'm going to put my compass right on what I'm talking about. And that is right, this forest land right here at the beginning of the runway. That's not there in Bing. So we're going to come around. I'm running 3 screens. And frankly, I'm afraid that what I just did was, I better check it right now. So I'm going to come up. And we're going to go to vertical speed and autopilot. And are we going back up? Yeah. So the reason I did that is I may be broadcasting in because I'm with 3 screens. I previously had a lot of trouble with horrible jitter between the screens, and I may be experiencing that right now, which means I'm going to quit. Yep, that's exactly what's happening right now. Sorry about that. I can easily fix that by going to not unused and unused. And that's my reminder to vape. Alright, so we've only got, whoa, I shouldn't be showing, yeah. I shouldn't be showing this second screen. Monitor, main monitor, unused. There we go. Now, this should clear up in a second. I'm terribly sorry about that. But anyway, let me check to make sure that I'm talking at a reasonable level. So let's go to recording devices for a moment, and microphone properties, and listen. This is a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop, 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 beep, beep, beep. And got a good microphone placement. And we'll get out of that. And we don't need to do that. Alright, so as soon as you see me go through the control process, that is to say the settings process, were we out of gas? Something's wrong here. Fuel on both sides is good. Oh, I know what the problem is here, and that is that I'm playing a YouTube in the background. But only making 100 knots. Is that reasonable for a 7? Yeah, I guess it is. 1, 2. I'm still hearing something else coming in. Oh. I'm sorry about that. I am okay. I was checking to see what the effect of my 3 screens was. And I was doing that on my iPad next to me. I've got my Tony Clarks, my David Clarks rather, that I've renamed Charlie Clarks because I gutted them and put in what's it called? Well, I'll show you right here. Playback devices. Plantronics GameCon 780 guts because the headband broke. And so I found some actual David Clarks. I can't tell you the model. I mean, it's the same model that they used in every helicopter and every military flight. You know, your standard greeny David Clarks, but I got them for like $8, and I stuck the guts of a Plantronics GameCon 780 in there, and that's what I'm using. I don't know why I felt I needed to mention that. All right, let's get back over to, let's go direct 1A6 and activate, and we can pop that up. I don't know, I don't remember installing this, or maybe I did, but anyway, here's the outside view, and we seem to be coming around okay. Usually, you know, when I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm documenting it, and I'm one screen, and my track IR is not working for some reason. Even more reason to have virtual reality working. It's not seeing the device. So anyway, bottom line here is this is a control flight to show you that P3 that Xplane works. And we're going back to Middlesbrough. We'll do a little outside shot here, and as you can see, we're going towards Middlesbrough. We're going to pop that off. And there we are down there. This is all Ortho 4XP LOD 19 for, what did I say, 5 kilometers around the airports. So 5 kilometers is 5,000 meters, or 5,000 meters, or 15,000 feet. Which is about 3 miles. So that's what you're looking at here. And everything is just hunky-dory. We're 6 miles away from... I need to be able to fix that. Let me go to... it's too freaking loud. Today, oh, there we go. Here. Thank you. Okay. So, as a control, this works just fine. And you can see it. I proved it. Today is the date that whatever it is. And now we're going to exit, and we're going to try to... let's go back over, we're only 5 miles out. Let's go back over to the crater, which is 1A6 or Middlesbrough, Kentucky. That's how it got to be a crater. A meteorite smacking the shit out of the southeast corner of Kentucky. And you can see the crater pretty well here. Let me see if I can give you an even better view. Let's look. There is where we're headed, and there's the crater down there. You're looking at real world weather, and back in the cockpit. You know, I do miss track IR. I've only not had it for about, I don't know, a couple of days. For some reason the hardware is not being detected. I've installed it twice. All right, so right in front of us is 1A6, and we are how far out? Direct one at 2.8 miles. We're at 3,600 feet. We can come down now. So we'll go to view speed and -7, let's say. Bring our throttle back and go back to an interesting view thanks to X camera. And I've listen, guys, you really need to have X camera. There's just no two ways about it. Let me get rid of that big guy. All right, so here is 1A6. I've submitted it to the gateway, more otherwise known as Bell County Middlesboro Airport, and I did a lot of improvement here, and I hope you all like it, if in fact it's been approved. It's been disapproved twice because of missing items. So we're flying over it right now, and we'll cut at this point and try to get into Flyinside VR. I have no earthly idea what the effect is going to be. So let's go to File, Quit. Too late to do anything about what we just did, but that's fine. I'm also working on trying to organize my let me show you what I'm doing. Come on. Trying to organize my Ortho 4XP files, which can be seen right here. This is wonderful everything. It's free by Void Tools, I think. It'll find every single file that you have in an instant. Anyway, here we're looking for Ortho 4XP, any Ortho 4XPs, and I've organized it by path. And as you can see, I have Ortho 4XP files on D. I have Ortho 4XPs on J. I have Ortho 4XP files. Notice that these are all, let me show you a sampling. Symbolic links. That's coming from J for this particular tile. Okay? So we've got K, which is supposed to be the repository for all the Ortho 4XP files I have. So that means some of its own, and by some of its own, we're looking at K right here. Let me move this out of the way for a second. This is, or is this is drive A, I. Another incredible file utility, free, called WinDearStat. We're going to look at K, just so you can see what we are looking at there. And so what it's doing is going chomp, 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 chomp. So let's look back at K. So we've got everything here. You can see that I got 96 objects down in the bottom left corner selected. And these are, thank you, these are, the K is supposed to be the repository for everything. It is an existing second copy of, and it's the test bed. This is where I can do crazy stuff. I've got a stable copy over on drive D, but you notice we got all this is free space here. So K's got plenty of room for free space of its own. And if we look at an overview of the drives, and I can put multiple drives on here, by the way. We could put J and let's see, and D. Let's do that. So we should be showing open J and no, not J, K and D. We're going to open them both. As you can see, both of them are open. I'm going to pop open that window, and I'm going to pop open that window. Here's D, here's K. And anyway, we were talking about Ortho 4 XP. So I'm trying to figure out, is this a good scheme? And then finally, we have Ortho 4 XP tiles on W. If we look at the files on K, you're going to see duplicates, I believe. This is all K. This is K and D that we're looking at. K is a test bed. Here, let me move this out of the way. K, okay, so here's K, and here is drive D. You see the white border around it? So D only has this amount of space because it's got a bunch in Ortho 4. If I click on, well, what is this big space here? And that happens to be a DDS, which resides inside of 37.119. That is an actual location inside of the Ortho 4 XP, which is on the D drive. Notice it says D up there, right there. Here is K drive right here. K drive's got a lot more space on it. Why? Because Ortho 4 XP actually resides over here on D, right here. And this is all the Ortho 4 XP and tiles, and that represents 117 gigabytes. Anyway, the bottom line is I'm trying to organize all my hard drives, and let's see if we can let you see that. Okay, the drives probably better seen in utilities. Partition master. I have 3 SSD drives. Okay. And here's what it looks like. So I've got disk 0 and disk 7. Oh, that means there are 8 drives. I know. This machine, what is it, 2017, is 15 years old. In other words, the case is 15, and I've put in 3 motherboards and probably 4 graphics cards. And every time I do it, I haven't figured out a smooth way of upgrading Windows or carrying Windows over with it. Anyway, bottom line is I got a shit pot of drives because I was scared to death of losing, fear of missing out, right? Fear of deleting something that I should have kept, and that's why I've got all these drives. Otherwise, so here we go. Disk 0 is an old drive, and you can see that by, it's a Western Digital, 1 gig I believe. And now we've got SSD that has this partition J, which was originally my boot drive before I reinstalled everything. 81 gigabytes available, and here's the K drive that you were looking at. Notice that it's got a lot of space. Okay, so hopefully I've labeled everything as SSD. Here is an SSD, Samsung 850, and it is our new final boot drive on drive C. And we have on W a whole bunch of Ortho 4 XP That was my vape reminder. So we have Ortho 4 XP is there somewhere. Oh, that's I. Why was I looking at I? We're supposed to be looking at W. That's weird. Okay, there's the W. And explore partition. Okay, there. See, that's Ortho 4 XP base tiles, and it's got a bunch of tiles in there. So we're storing tiles on W as well. All of those, that's all that is explained on my channel in a 3-minute presentation of how I'm trying to make sense of my storage. I want to put all my scenery, my Ortho 4 XP scenery, on SSDs, and they are disk 1, J, X, and K are the partitions. On 4, C and W, and 5, drive D, which is one where I fly Xplane from, and drive I, SanDisk, is where actually P3D V4 resides. I do not have my Active Sky or AS16 installed for it yet, and I probably have to redo all my scenery, but it is up and running. That is to say, Xplane, sorry, P3D V4. All right, so let's go ahead and do what I said we were going to do. And you saw me fly as a baseline. Xplane, no problems, pretty views, cameras, all that good stuff. We're now going to do Flyinside. And yes, I have 3 monitors. But we should only be recording our center monitor. The erratic flipping around that you saw early on in the recording was due to the fact that I was flying Xplane with 3 screens, and Shadowplay does not like that. Okay, here we go. Flyinside XP. Purchased version. Yeah, I know that's stupid. I should have waited for the base. Okay, so what do we have? We have a headset mirror. Needs to change the following settings. Set Xplane to windowed mode. That's fine with me. We'll go ahead and do that. Has updated your configuration file. Please restart Xplane. Okay, we'll do that too. So we're going to get out of. We're going to shut down. And oh, you know what? I have reset my preferences inside of Xplane to 3 screens, and that's the way it's going to pop up. So let me fix that. Where were we? I guess we could go virtually anywhere, right? So we'll go here. We'll go to D. Xplane base, Xplane 11 to, what do I want? Output, I think. Where's output? There we go. And preferences. This is the 3 screen, and this is the 1 screen, which is what I need to be doing. So, oh, it thinks it's a OneNote file. Okay, so we're going to rename this to .3. I should write a batch file, and we're going to rename this 1 to just plain PRF, and that should take care of it. This is the 3-screen setup. This is the single screen setup. We should be good to go. All right, let's try it again. And there's the headset mirror. I'm going to have to take off these David Clarks and put my headset on, and then put my David Clarks on after I take my glasses off. Oh my goodness, being old, what a travail. All right. And now I got my David Clarks back on. Alright, so you should be seeing a screen representation here. Let me come here and we shouldn't be seeing that. Alright, press any joystick button to recenter your head position. Okay, here we go. And let's load the default situation, which should be my Carnes Farm flight. And yes, we've got a lot of duplication, so there you go. My mouse is not working, even though I asked for 3D mouse, and it says it's not responding, but I found that it actually is. So let's just go back here. When it gets fully loaded, we can do just swimmingly fine. Let's go to bindings here. I don't know if you're seeing this. Let's, God bless America. Let me go to, okay. Let's make this Y, so I get my freaking, there we go. Alright, you should be seeing what I'm seeing right now then. So, resolution. We could go higher, but I saw somebody, I think, I can't remember who it was. We're going low speed. Anyway, they recommended doing it at low speed to start, and 3024 instead of 3840. So we're going to go with 3024. Monitor display is 30 FPS. We're not going to enable FXAA yet. VR optimizations, yes. FOV overdraw, I'm just showing you what's available. Mouse mode, I asked for 3D. Hide mouse when not moved. I don't know why the mouse. Tooltip size, I asked for large. Mirror window, show borders. Okay. Windows itself. And color adjustments, that's not anything that I'm worrying about right now. Night mode, we're not going to worry about. Show recentering screen at start. And yes, I have a button assigned for recentering. Where is it? Enable VR, mouse, da 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 da. Show Steam controllers as hands. Asynchronous time warp. Where was oh, it was in bindings. That's why we're not seeing it. Interact is on my Warthog joystick button number 2. Recenter is on the HOTAS. I believe it's 24. Let me make sure I remember what it was. I'll go to bind, and it's 24. We're still waiting for the freaking sim. So I don't know what is going on, and I don't know why we're showing split screen. I think that's a function of alright, let's show large desktop view. And are we seeing Xplane is not showing? Whoa. Xplane died. Holy crap. There is no Xplane. I'm going to go back to the large desktop. And do we have a mouse? No, we do not. And I don't know why we're seeing duplicates here. I think this is a function of the Oculus menu. I'm going to cheat and go to Control Alt and Delete. I can see the mouse on my screen, but I can't see it in VR. That's interesting. There's Xplane. It's allegedly running. But it's taking me to Steam VR Home. So, Xplane is running, but we can't see it. And this is, I'm looking around here. It's very pretty. It's actually prettier than the, let me see if I can find one of my controllers. Yeah, I think I got one right here. And turn it on. So there we go. You can see it there. Isn't that pretty? But the weird thing is, I cannot use side to side. I can't use the little joy button side to side. I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do that. But I'm stuck looking this way. Unless I get up, because I can't turn. So anyway, if we go back here, I'm pushing the Windows button, and we're looking, and as you can see, we are in a completely different environment. I'm looking side to side, and I don't see anything. I should have my borders on. I'm looking down, and I'm pushing the Windows button, I'm pushing the menu button, and I'm seeing nothing. Nada. So, I don't know where the hell we are. I mean, obviously, if I look at my screen, I know where we are, but so, I don't know what you guys are seeing. Oh, cool. You're just still showing me in the VR house. I'm totally departed. I'm showing what looks like a raw image of the world with no, I mean, it's a blank world. It's a disk. And you guys are seeing apparently not apparently, you guys are seeing the VR or Steam VR house. Okay. So I'm going to take off my headset, which means I have to take off my Tony Clark's, which means that you can't hear me as I'm talking through the mic on it. Taking off my headset, and I'm turning off my controller. And that's that. I gotta put my glasses back on. The vagaries of being an old fart. I do have a mouse now. Let's go to this window here. We are showing side by side. I don't want to do side by side. Let's go to settings. General. Steam VR home beta. Do not disturb. Status is always on top. Knock knock. Allow people outside of VR to get the headset users. Attention. That was good forethought. I'm going to put my headset back on because that's where my microphone is. Although I do believe I've got the desk set microphone hooked up. Alright, anyway. Chaperone bounds on. Asynchronous reprojection on. Frame rate is good. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why we're showing side by side instead of, well, I don't know because I don't know. I don't know what direct mode is. So those are the settings, and I do not know why. And it's showing the headset is being used because run media player, devices, workshop, create. I told that alarm to shut down. Alright, so here's the bottom line. We are going to shut down the mixed reality portal, which is going to shut down the Oculus side, or at least the Steam VR side, let's put it that way. Boop. And we're back. I can do it one more time, and I'm going to do it one more time just to prove that look at that, HMD not detected. Interesting. Okay. So status is not ready. Fine. Check Steam's. What? I'm already logged in. Never mind. We're just going to reinstantiate the home. We're going to kill that. So that was a bust, wasn't it? And we'll try it again. Yeah, let's just try it again. So the first thing that should come up should be Mixed Reality Home, right there, the Mixed Reality portal. It should be launching then Steam VR. and I think you could hear that. And there's Xplane. We do not need the portal right now. We do need to see what is going on inside of the headset. So you've already seen this part, and I explained what that was. So we can close that. And we should be seeing this in the mirror. Where is Steam VR? Alright, there it is. Let's display the mirror. And let's make it full screen. And I don't know why. Maybe you guys can tell me what's going on. Okay, taking off my glasses. Taking off the Tony Clarks, the David Clarks. Putting my HMD on. I should test the microphone on the HMD and see if it comes through. Shouldn't I? Now the David Clark's back on. Alright, we are centering. Hit any key. And make sure that I'm pointing in the right direction. I do that by feeling my rudder pedals. Alright, here we go. And that's good. And let's load the default flight. Hello? Give me oh. And let's load the default flight. Xplane is working, but I don't know why. You're not seeing it. You're just seeing it. Well, I guess you are seeing it. I wonder if I can make this full screen. No, I can't. And notice it says Xplane again is not responding. We got how far? Reading the scenery files. Now I've seen it before, and it did end up loading the scenery files. So we'll give it a little bit longer. And I can yak a little bit longer. So, those of you that are running Xplane, I would say probably at least 50%, if not more. I would say a clean majority are aware of Ortho 4XP. Ortho 4XP gives us stuff that any iteration or derivation thereof of Microsoft's Flight Simulator, be it Flight Sim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. I don't think there was a 10. There was Flight Sim 2004. And I think that may have been the last iteration. Correct me if I'm wrong, but bottom line is along came P3D, and P3D came up with an incredible improvement upon okay. We should be inside. Let me kill that bell. Oh man. I lost my frickin' mouse. God damn it. Motherfucker. I've lost my mouse. And I have no way to access it. It's on the third screen over to my left. And this is probably going to screw up I'm going to get rid of that. This is hopefully not going to screw up. I don't know. Okay. Have we lost it? Are we still inside? Oh man, I don't see it. It says waiting for simulator. And you saw that we had it, right? As a matter of fact, it's right there, isn't it? Why aren't we seeing it? It says waiting for simulator. In fact, the frickin' simulator is right there, and I want it. Why are you showing waiting for simulator when we're in fact in the frickin' simulator? Let me try Alt-tabbing. That's not helping. That's not helping. Yeah, I know it's there. Why aren't I seeing it? As a matter of fact, Flyinside, hide mirror, show mirror. Where is the mirror? I don't need that. And it says it's not responding again. So why do we have headset mirror, Flyinside mirror? That's interesting. We got two mirrors. That's not a good idea, is it? How do I get back to where I was? Let's go back. Hide mirror. Let's see, how many mirrors do we have? I see one mirror. Why are we showing side by side? And look. Bam! Crash to not the desktop. If we waited long enough, it would be showing us Steam VR Home. Thank you very much. Alright, with that, you've seen the problem, and I'm going to quit because I'm disgusted right now and go have a cup of coffee. And so there. So I've been at this for about 3 or 4 hours so far, and with similar results all the way. What's the definition? What's the definition of an insane person? One who does the same thing, keeps on doing the same thing and expects different results. Well, actually with a computer with intermittent problems, that can be a real situation, but generally speaking, definition of a crazy person is someone who does the same thing and expects different results. I'm not going to do that. I'm crazy enough as it is. So thanks for watching. I'm going to sign off. Bye.